Hello.
Everyone. What are we doing, Gray?
Right, well I had an idea because you like making lists as you do, and
I'm sad.
with the recent passing of the original Iron Maiden singer Paul Di'Anno, I said, why don't you rank all the songs that he appeared on for Iron Maiden? Because you like making lists.
Yeah, not the original singer, he's the third singer
but
of Iron Maiden.
original one.
Original on an album, any release stuff, basically.
Yeah, made the sound house and everything. He was on all their releases.
All their releases, So, it just come out recently how he died as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Heart attack basically. Some weird tear.
Yeah, the sack around the heart or something like that. It wasn't. Fortunately, it was. Well, I suppose they say fortunately it was quick. I suppose it wasn't much pain.
Yeah, so they say. I mean, he was lucky to. He's been lucky to be alive for the last 20 years, quite frankly, because he nearly died before of some illness as well.
He's not been a well man, has he? He hadn't been a well man, but anyway, obviously his music lives on. Yeah. And you're going to tell us which ones. Your order.
It's my order basically.
How many songs did he appear on?
24 songs.
24. So
18 are album cuts and 6 are non-album cuts.
Right.
So
so you got Soundhouse tapes. You got the 2 albums, Iron Maiden Killers, and how many singles?
A whole bunch of one single that never released on an album, and a whole bunch of sort of B-sides and things like that.
Right.
So
of course, because the singles would be on the album as well, wouldn't they?
Exactly.
What about the? Was he on any live? Was there live in Japan?
He made in Japan. There's no extra songs in that though, but he's on that.
So you haven't got to worry about.
There's a few live B-sides.
That one.
No.
Right.
But what I was going to say.
I've not seen anyone else do one of these on YouTube anyway. So
been some tributes, obviously. No one's crazy enough.
You I gave you the idea. I said the idea to you.
I was like, let's do it.
You ain't done about us by that night, I think.
So I mean, but I've done it in a couple of hours. I mean, obviously, nothing's definitive here. You know, it's difficult to rank 24 songs in an order, so things can move about. I would say I like all the songs. The bottom 2, not that bothered about. I never was big fans of them songs, but the rest are all killer, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it was appropriate killers, they're all killers.
Appropriate killers.
Now, when you was ranking it, was you ranking it just how much you liked the song that he happened to be on, or was you ranking it by his vocal performance within the song? Or just how you?
How I like the song, to be honest. How I like the song.
He's like, he was no there was no rough or crappy takes by him, was there? There was all like good quality.
Even the Soundhouse tapes.
I remember when. My first album I got was Number the Beast, and when I started growing out to get the others, for a while, I mean, I liked his albums better actually. I was like, I think I like him better as a singer.
There's a lot of people out there that are Paul Di'Anno.
At the time, I mean, I'm pretty equal now, really. I mean, but I definitely can't knock his legacy, so to speak, within the band. As he was in the band, getting as popular as they did, probably.
Exactly. Perfect for them albums. Yeah, actually, it was the first album I heard first. Actually, was the first album. So.
Right.
So let's go. So number 24 is a cover song. It almost felt like they had to do a cover song. It's like, you're a new band, you've got to do a cover song. They had an Australian producer at the time, so he just suggested an Australian band to do a cover of. So they did Women in Uniform.
Right, I've heard of the song, and I think I've seen the album cover.
So
that's not the original album cover.
I'll tell you about it. It came out in 2 12 inches. So the original album cover is Margaret Thatcher getting revenge on Eddie with a machine gun.
Right.
But there was 2 versions of the 12-inch, and this is like a live version with Fancy Old Drifter.
Did you pick that from a jumble sale?
Mate, I've had this years. That's why it's an original copy.
Yeah.
I don't have, considering how mad of Iron Maiden fan I was as a kid, I don't have
any of the
many singles. No. I have 2 actually.
I haven't got any out. I said a lie. I've got Blinking Can I Play With Madness.
So.
And I think I've got the You What Men Do, but they obviously weren't bloody well. They obviously weren't Paul Di'Anno releases. So
this single, it was released in October 1980.
Right.
It was the last release with Dennis Stratton, his guitarist. And it's a cover by a band called Skyhooks, which I think we're probably big in Australia. I've heard the original is pretty shit, really.
Yeah.
I don't really like
I don't get that.
Iron Maiden doing it.
I don't understand their covers. I mean, I know they've done a few covers, but it's never been like anything that's particularly popular, is it?
No, it's usually a B-side.
It's really obscure. They cover obscure bands as well. You think if the idea was that they wanted to get their word name out there, you'd cover a band that people liked.
Yeah.
So people would listen to your cover and get into your band. But covering really obscure bands is a strange idea for me.
The best thing about this song is the rather amazing fact, which I only found out when I put this show together, that it's one of only 5 Iron Maiden songs to fade out.
Okay.
So there's a couple, including this, there's a couple newer ones which I don't really know, but there's 2 80s songs, only 2 other 80s songs
that fade out. Are you going to tell us later?
No, I'll tell you now.
No, give me a minute to see if I can think of it.
Oh, okay, we'll do.
I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah.
It's an 80s song, so they're on the Number of the Beast, or
no.
Are they on Peace of Mind?
No.
On Power Slave?
No.
The Prayer for the Dying?
No.
Is it Prayer for the Dying? Oh, can I play? No, 777 Sun.
Yes, there's one on there.
One's on 777 Sun. Okay. Come on, Clairvoyant.
No.
Go on, let's have the next one. Let's have the next one. I'll try to remember the name. It's so long since I've listened properly to Iron Maiden, but that's obviously first band that got me into metal. So
right, number 23. This was a B-side to Running Free. And which was their first single, and this is the only release that was recorded, proper Iron Maiden release outside the compilations.
Right.
That was done by a 4-piece band with Doug Sampson in the band. So it was pre-Clive Perth.
Okay.
And it was released in November '79. What am I saying there? Oh no, they recorded it in November '79, but it was released on the Running Free single, which was released in February 1980. It was their debut single.
Right, okay.
And there's a track called Burning Ambition.
Right.
Apparently he wrote this song years ago when he was a kid, when he was in Gypsy Kiss.
Who did? Harris?
Harris, yeah.
Right.
And it's very, it's got a 70s kind of almost like soft rock feel, really.
Right.
It's okay, but it ain't great. It's not particularly memorable, but it's not a bad song.
What's the, you say his band for Iron Maiden called Gypsy Kiss?
Gypsy Kiss.
That just sounds so rock, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It don't sound metal at all.
Yeah. And then he joined Smiler, another band with Doug Sampson actually, and then he formed Maiden.
Right, interesting.
So he was coming out with all his ideas. Every song bar one in the Diano era, all written by Harris, either co-written or written.
Right.
But there's so many dodgy, when you get talking like I have done with old 70s members, it's such a secret kind of, it's an unknown era, that sort of 75 to 79 kind of era with all them members, because a lot of them claim they wrote songs.
Right, there's a lot of he said, she said, whatever.
There really is,
Probably a lot of memories, a lot of beer as well, drunk in them days. After time, so sometimes some will claim they wrote something, but they might have not really. They might have just forgot that they had a conversation or something, or they thought they did.
There's a few. The singer before Diano, Wilcox, Dave Wilcox, something Wilcox. I've forgotten his first name. Wilcock, I think it is.
Willie now.
He claimed he wrote Prowler actually.
Okay.
When I see him live, he goes, "Yeah, this was my song," but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so it's sort of all right. But from now on, Burning Ambition.
Burning Ambition. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think I've even heard that. I'm sure I've heard Women in Uniform, but not like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much.
It's available on the. They come out with the Eddie tin thing, and it's available on the Best of the B-sides.
Right.
So you can get it on that. But obviously, it's on YouTube. You can sort of hear it on that. But so that's 23. But yeah, I like all the songs now. I mean, I was debating whether to put this on because it's another cover, but I thought, well, it's on an album, so why not? So this is a track called "I've Got the Fire."
Okay.
And it's a Montrose cover.
Okay.
And it's a live B-side.
Okay.
I like the original Montrose version, and the Maiden version is really not a lot different. Other than it's probably a bit.
Montrose is a band I've heard the name, but I don't think I've ever listened to their stuff. Unless I've heard it and not known what it was. I don't. It's weird. One of those names you've heard the name. You know what I mean? But most just read it in like old interviews of bands or something like that, or people mentioning the band, but I've actually listened to them myself.
Yeah, I don't know them that well. No, I know a few songs.
They knew a British heavy metal band, or
no, they were American, based, and actually they were out. It's sort of mid-70s, really.
Right.
So
they would have been like a rock band.
more of a hard rock band, heavy for the time, like.
Right.
But it's a really good live version. I mean, it's on the B-side of the Sanctuary single.
Right.
So I think Iron Maiden at the time were probably playing a lot more covers because they probably had a lot less material.
Yeah.
They stopped doing covers.
Once you've got enough bloody
material
of your own material,
and they were getting popular.
Exactly. I think sometimes you go see bands play. And they play a fucking cover version. You think, fuck off! I want to listen to your fucking song.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I've got all your albums. I want to listen to what you've fucking written, not what some band that you like from fucking whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway.
Yeah. So that's that one. So 21. I really like this, but like it's just a little short intro, so I kind of just stuck it in. Right. So it's the Ides of March, which is the intro to the Killers album, and it's the intro to Rothschild.
Right.
Essentially, it's almost like the same song,
isn't
it?
It goes straight into it, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I've got an interesting fact for you again. So Killers was released February 81.
Right.
There it is.
There it is.
Great album cover, so iconic. Back.
I moved into this house in 80.
Fuck me. I forgot to show the back of women in uniform, I think. But, yeah, the back of women in uniform. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some interesting facts about this as well. So this was first heard as Thunderburst on the 1980 album by Samson called Head On.
Okay.
Ides
of March?
Yeah, Ides of March, but it was called Thunderburst.
Okay.
And it's very similar. Obviously, it's a little different, but it's pretty similar. So the story behind it is Thundersticks was in Iron Maiden before he joined Samson. He's in one of the early lineups. And obviously, that's another thing I'll say. Only 2 songs from Killers were written for Killers. The rest are all old songs.
Right.
So first album, the rest of Killers are all done like through the 70s and like 80s. So yeah, he was a member of Iron Maiden briefly around 77, and they all wrote this Ides of March. Yeah.
He was the one who won a mask, wasn't he?
Yeah, the one who won a mask. What's his real name?
Who's the one that's in Air Force?
Barry Purkis, I think.
Real name. Who's the guy who's in Air Force now?
Doug Sampson. Doug Sampson. Yeah. He was in the original Air Force. I mean, when they originally formed in the late 80s.
Right.
But anyway, so they all co-wrote this song. Obviously, never got released on the first album. And so he released his own version on Samson.
Oh, right. And then I made them release their version.
Their version, and that caused a big kerfuffle.
Oh, right.
Like, EMI were pretty powerful at the time. I don't know what Samson's record label were, but they're obviously never going to be as powerful as EMI, really. Yeah. So he was summoned to a meeting, and they had to sort of split royalties.
Oh, right.
But he got a pretty poor deal, because the split had to be all with the whole of Samson.
Right.
So he really didn't get a lot of money for it.
Must have got a fair. I mean, if he's on every record sale,
I think he told how much he got. It wasn't a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, is it not like he's not still getting more from it though? Surely.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you think all the albums.
I'm not sure how it works,
yeah,
but the Thunderburst version's pretty cool actually. But the Iron Maiden version's a bit better. But yeah.
So long. I used to listen to fucking Maiden all the time. When back in the day, Maiden was the only heavy metal that I had.
Yeah.
I listened to every album. I knew every bloody lyric. But I was listening to the 2 albums after Diano died, and I couldn't remember half the songs.
Yeah.
I'm like, this just sounds slightly familiar, but like it wasn't like weird. It's so long. So many other records I've listened to since then. It's like.
It was funny because Clive Burr was the original drummer of Samson.
Right.
When he left Samson, he was still friends with Barry. And he heard that they'd done the song for Samson. He was like, "Oh shit, we've done the song for Killers." I don't know what we're gonna do. But hey, that's it. Well. Also, I overheard that Alan Moore is the only keyboardist that Iron Maiden ever had. It didn't really last very long.
Right.
I heard rumours that he wrote that song as well.
Okay.
Obviously, no credit. But anyway, next up. So this was a single released in March '81, and it's a Murray Harris written single.
Right.
Didn't appear on the album, and it's called Twilight Zone.
Right. That's one I remember the name, but I couldn't.
Yeah, can remember.
Well,
I like it.
I remember the name. Is that the one where the woman's looking in the mirror?
Yeah,
Is there a monster behind or something?
Well, there's Eddie in the mirror as a ghost.
Cool.
It's like a love song, like a lover coming back from the grave kind of idea.
I guess it's. I mean, is it based
Charlotte is the woman.
Okay. Is there anything based on the Twilight Zone TV show?
No, it's. No, Rush did a song based on that. Rush has got a song called Twilight Zone as well. No, it's just. I think it's just about
the same name.
Eddie, to be precise, coming back to make Charlotte again. They made a mistake because really they realised, because the B-side's Rough Child, they realised Rough Child probably should have been the A-side and Twilight Zone the B-side, but
that's sweet because Twilight Zone never appeared on an album. So.
No, they didn't release it in the end.
It's not really the way things are normally done, though, is it? This was an interim. This was like a gap, and they didn't know if it covered.
It's space as well. Back in the day, you couldn't fit so much on an album.
Normally, it would be the single would be to promote the upcoming album, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We'd have an album about to come out, and you put out a single or two before then.
Yeah, I don't think they. It was the first single. They only released 2 singles from that album, but it was the first single. But a bit shy. I like the song. It's one of the only songs where Diano he can scream and he screams really well, but he's actually singing high in tune, not just screaming. He's singing high melodically, which is quite unusual. Don't know any other Iron Maiden song that he's doing that, but I like the song. It's not like an amazing song, but it's a pretty cool song.
Right.
Twilight Zone. Right, next up, 19 now. Quite gutted to put this solo because I quite like this, but Genghis Khan, which is the other instrumental on Killers.
Right. Okay.
I love it actually. I love the way it chops and changes.
This doesn't really count as Paul Diano.
Yeah, we were discussing that. He never actually sings it. But I thought I'd do all the songs.
He's tapping his feet when it's playing probably, and putting his foot up on the drum riser.
There's 3 instrumentals in that period actually.
Right.
I like it actually. There's lots of chops and changes. I hadn't had it high on my list earlier, and there's also like Clive Burr, it's just like proto thrash metal drumming on it because it's like it's like that, and it's like it's really fast drumming, almost like thrash drumming. Like Phantom of the Opera, how the drumming is on that. It's similar. So it's almost like thrash metal drumming.
I'm getting confused with each other. I can't remember which one's which.
Yeah.
What's the one that Lucas said there? But
that's Transylvania.
Oh, Transylvania. That's another one. That's a different one. Okay.
I love that one. But Genghis Khan is really cool. So that's the next one.
Yeah.
So we go to 18. Yeah, it's another B-side, and this was the big. Well, this was originally heard on the Soundhouse tapes.
Right.
So if you picked up the Soundhouse tapes, it was on this.
Yeah.
Which was released in November '79, the Soundhouse tapes. But they re-recorded it as the B-side to Women in Uniform. It's not on my Women in Uniform, it's on the other one.
Right.
The redone version is a lot better. I love it. It's Invasion.
Right.
About the Viking invasion. It's kind of
not
based
to be
around
confused
that.
with Invaders.
And which I do.
Yeah.
Remember we were discussing. Invaders, Invasion. I really love it. It's really up tempo, really fast, really exciting. But it has the Vikings are coming. The Vikings are coming. It has all these kind of the Norsemen are coming. Has this sort of quite prog rocky kind of moments in it as well.
Okay.
I love Invasion. Really roaring and shooting and raping the land. It's that one. You'll know it if you heard it. I really like it.
I've heard it.
Is that my favourite of the non-album track? Oh no, it's not. No, that's coming up. Well, that's really cool. So
the first song I ever heard probably was Invaders because the first
Invaders.
First track on the bass, and I put it on. And I go, this is cool.
I've never heard them play live. I'm seeing them next year. Let's just start with Invaders. They've never, honestly, They've never played it. I don't even think they never even played it on Number of the Beast tour.
No?
It's probably a song they've never played. It'd be so cool to open with that song.
Because normally you think the opening track on the album will be one that will always be in the... Because it's, you know...
It's a great opening as well.
Why would you open an album with a song if you don't think it's a good song, don't have to play live? It's like a bit of an odd one.
I know. Faders is awesome. Right, okay, number 17. And this was first heard on the Sanctuary single B-side as a live song.
Right.
It came out before Killers on the what did I say? B-side of Sanctuary, yeah.
Right.
So it's Drifter.
Okay.
It's the last song on Killers. I really like it. It's bluesy. It's got like a bluesy kind of vibe to it, which is quite unusual. Kind of like a one-off for Iron Maiden with that sort of bluesy style. Burning Ambition's got a bluesy vibe to it as well, but yeah, I like it, and live he does this sing-along thing.
Right.
I like Drifter, and the scream at the end of the album is just fucking awesome. I love it. Any comments? Can you remember it?
No.
Yeah. You were listening to the album.
Yeah, I know. I listened to the whole. Because I used to think like Killers. I thought was my favourite. I thought, and I listened to the whole B-side. I'm like, this is only vaguely familiar now. It's like it's so. You know what I mean? It was really weird. But I was doing other stuff at the same time, so maybe I wasn't paying enough attention to it. I was sorting out some comic books at the same time, so maybe I need to have another listen again. But
yeah, it starts with that. So it's like that great start, and the bass comes in. But yeah, it's got swingy time, kind of bluesy vibe to it. But I really like it. So yeah, that's cool. 16. So this was released as a single in '81. Right. It was on the Killers album. It was just taken from the Killers, and the original album cover for it was Number of the Beast.
Okay.
But the management, like Rod Small, said, no, that's too good an album cover. We'll shelve that.
Single, we'll use it later.
Do another cover, which ended up being like a Devil half and Eddie half, which is okay cover, but obviously they saved the cover for Number of the Beast.
That is a great album.
I know, but do you think it would have been released for this single, which is a good song, but not like an absolute classic. Like
that was a good call. It was Smallwood.
Very good call.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. So the single's called Purgatory.
Yeah.
Again, one of their fastest songs. It's really fast. I don't know why I'm singing, because I'm trying to remind you of the songs.
It's my brain's like,
take me away.
Away.
I love it. Like, it's so quick.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, it didn't do well as a single. Yeah, great scream on it. The people didn't really buy the single. I think it's one of the worst sold, and worst in the charts. Still charted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it.
That's a good point. You got all the chart numbers they got to. You didn't write it.
No, I was thinking about it. But I thought, nah.
Too much information. It's just go on and go on.
Exactly. Right, number 15. I probably got this quite low. By the way, I got one song really high that I love. That is a bit of a deep cut that no one really talks about. But I actually love it. And I got this song probably lower than what most people would have it.
Right.
But I still love it. I've got Running Free.
Number 15, yeah?
Number 15, and I had it lower, believe it or not.
Really?
I really like the song.
Yeah, it's a memorable song.
It's definitely memorable.
One of the ones I remember. Although I've forgotten half of them, I can still remember.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah. The drum intro. I mean, to be honest, a lot of it reminds me of Adam the Ants.
Yeah.
Because the drumming
and the guitar. Wild Frontier.
Yeah. And I love Adam the Ants, but. Why is it so low? I don't know. It's okay. Like maybe it's overplayed. Maybe right. But what a chorus! Like, I'm running free. Is it slightly poppy? Maybe.
Get out of my way.
Yeah, maybe. But that was their first single, and was on the first. I think the first single is the version on Iron Maiden as well. I don't think they re-recorded or anything, But no, really cool song. I'm sort of quite gutted to have it that low down, but
it's hard to fucking make lists and stuff.
It really is.
It's very hard.
But
I can't think of what my. Oh, so I'm gonna say mine. I was about to say what my fucking top songs were. And I just realised what I was thinking of was bloody Number of the Beast, which is the wrong bloody album. It's not what we're talking about, is it?
Yeah. So Yeah, running through. So yeah, that was the debut single released in February 1980. And off the debut album, I haven't got to the debut album yet, amazingly. Okay. So there's the debut album.
Well, you better have a computer on the table in front of us so you can...
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to give it away with you. Like.
No, it's fair enough. Fair enough,
I want to surprise you.
Yeah. So you're looking aside all the time, like you've never seen your ear. It's fine. It's fine.
Right. No
I just have to entertain people while you're looking at your notes.
Exactly.
I do jazz hands.
So where was I? Running free.
Yeah.
Debut single.
16 was it?
Yeah, debut album released April 1980, and that's a Deano Harris. Oh no, is it? Deano Harris co-written that one.
Right.
So you think with Deano would be worse.
That wasn't his actual name, was it, Deano? That wasn't his real name.
No, that was a stage name.
Yeah, it's a weird idea. That. Why did he have a stage name?
Something like Andrew or something.
Yeah, something like
yeah, that's the thing to do. When they're back in the day.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, none of the others.
No.
Though.
It's a strange one there.
Yeah.
There
must be a reason why.
Did you ever read his autobiography or anything like that?
No, I haven't. No. I didn't know he had one.
I think I remember something like he said he had like an Italian heritage or something, but he didn't, or something like that.
Right. But he didn't.
I heard something about it. Did you ever see him down the Standard?
Yeah.
I never actually, even though I was putting gigs on there for a couple of years, and apparently he was there a lot, I never actually saw him, I don't think. I never
met him in the toilets. I was the first time I met him. Now, funny enough, he wasn't there as a gig, but there was like a Iron Maiden or one of them, and he just came on the stage and did a couple of numbers of them. So that was really nice. Right, so we got... Okay, so this is the only song from that era not written by Steve Harris.
Right.
And it's Charlotte the Harlot.
Okay.
From Iron Maiden, written by Dave Murray.
Okay.
So we're at number 14.
She was like a recurring character for and they've not done anything else with her, only the 2 songs. Did you say it was actually Charlotte in the Twilight Zone, you reckon?
Well, they say the picture, yeah. But mentions, as far as I know, it's Charlotte the Harlot, 22 Acacia Avenue, Hooks in You, of No Pro for the Dying.
Oh, she mentioned that
She's mentioned that. And From Here to Eternity on Fear of the Dark, she's mentioned again. I don't know about after that.
Right.
But yeah,
you got to wonder if there was a Charlotte that they knew or anything like that. You know,
my feeling is at 22 Acacia Avenue. They're from Leytonstone.
There's Acacia Avenue up the road.
Well, there's Acacia Road.
Yeah,
I reckon they changed the name. I reckon it's that road down here.
Because Avenue Ride's better than Vine's better than Road. It
sounds better as well.
The Avenue and all that. I didn't wonder that.
And there is a 22, as I've seen the door.
Yeah.
There is a 22. Yeah. So it might have been a knocking shop they used to go to back in the day. Maybe not. They've always kept it secret. No one's ever got it out of Steve Harris. But,
and maybe her name wasn't Charlotte.
But actually it's written by Dave Murray.
Right.
So Murray's probably the one to ask.
But maybe she wasn't called Charlotte even, just that Charlotte rhymed with harlot, so they changed the name as well, you know.
Yeah, exactly, maybe, yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. But anyway, great song though.
Yeah.
I love the song. I like the breakdown in the middle. It reminds me of Zeppelin actually, that sort of bit in the middle. But really good song. Love it.
Yeah.
These are all fucking great songs, and I have to put some of these quite low, you know. So 13 is my favourite non-album track.
Right.
And it's a song they play live all the time, really.
The Sanctuary then.
Sanctuary, yeah. Brilliant.
I was always confused by Sanctuary because I remember seeing them live quite a long time, quite often back in the day. And every time Sanctuary come on, I'm like, what the fuck is this one?
Yeah. Where's it come from? Is it a cover?
It's never an album, was it?
Yeah. So there's the Sanctuary. That's the uncensored version, which was a re-release.
Well, the cover's uncensored.
She had the block there, but this is the actually the re-release. It's still old. It's like this is still old, but it was the re-release version with that uncovered her face.
4 tracks, including 2 live tracks.
Yeah, Prowler, Drifter, I've Got the Fire.
Right, you mentioned
before. Drifter Live, yeah.
And the marquee.
Yeah.
The old marquee.
Yeah, the old marquee.
Yeah.
April the 3rd, 1980. Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, when was this released? Sanctuary, first... Oh, actually, yeah, it was first heard on the Metal for Mothers compilation, because they did 2 tracks on Metal for Mothers.
Right.
And it is a different version on Metal from others as well, so they did re-record it. The re-recordings are better, I would say. The original's still good though. So Metal from Mothers was released in 1980 and a single release was in May 1980.
How many Metal from Mothers was there?
There was 2 and a EP.
Okay. I thought it was like an ongoing thing, and there have been a few like since then.
They did one. They did a third one in like the 90s or something. As like
it's weird because like Metal from Mothers, when you say that, it's like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. You know, it feels familiar, but I can't remember. I don't think I've got any Metal from Mothers, but I definitely have heard of that before.
Gemma and Wes have got the Metal from Mothers albums actually. Right. Yeah. There was 2 released around at that same time. Yeah. And the EP, which was Mother's Pride, was the EP. Yeah. Yeah.
Was that a British label or something like that? Was it?
I'm not sure. It was. Yeah, I mean, I think the idea was released where the Soundhouse, Neil Kay at the Soundhouse. I think it was like all these up and coming bands.
So he
may have put it out. I don't know what record label it was on.
Right.
But I think it was pretty much
his
idea.
All UK bands.
All UK
like
upcoming metal bands.
Kind of
yeah. And they actually toured it. They went on tour. I think Samson and Iron Maiden went on the Metal from Others tour at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Chariot on it as well.
Oh, there might be.
Yeah, that's the kind of band that were around at that time.
Yeah. But it's a good release and good stuff on that. Right. So that was 13. 12. We got the other instrumental, Transylvania.
Okay.
Fucking awesome instrumental, honestly. I love it. Apparently, like Steve Harris said, the riff just popped into his head when he was coming on the way home from the Cart and Horses. Again, way back, probably back before he was not in Iron Maiden. Like he was just getting all these ideas, but that popped in his head. But yeah, great songs. Like I love. It's kind of in 2 parts.
I'd love him to do a fucking autobiography actually. Like, and I'd like to read some of the stuff that he did in Leytonstone area before he got Richard.
I'd like to go back in time and see Iron Maiden back in those days. It would have been amazing.
I think my idea is a little bit more realistic.
Yeah. Can we not go back in time?
No,
come on.
No. I think a book's more likely than a time machine. But you know, I was actually at my old fucking where I used to live, like back in the 70s, like a little early today, and I had that time machine idea in my head. You randomly have time machine thoughts, don't you? When you're just walking down the street sometimes. Yeah. At least I do, anyway.
Well, especially all the great music that I love. I was too young to go to.
Go back and you see all the gigs. I'd go back and buy all the comics.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? But great song. I love it. It's heavy, fast again, and I love the solos and the breakdowns at the end. I love Transylvania's awesome. Okay, number 11. The next 2 are kind of like the Killers tracks that I really love actually. Right. So number 11, I've got Another Life from Killers, and that's the one that starts with the drums. That is that one.
Right.
I love it. The funny thing is, it's the same verse over and over again, which is a bit strange. Iron Maiden does that as well.
Yeah.
The track Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
But I just absolutely love it. Do you remember it much?
Sing it, brother.
Remember that? You must remember the drum intro, though.
Sounds really,
It starts like that.
You can't remember the words.
There's a feeling there's a feeling that inside of me, telling me to get away. I'm just tired of living. I might as well end today. Oh, love it! I fucking love it.
Yeah, that is a good song.
Yeah. So Another Life, one of them awesome deep cuts.
Did it go into a slower bit? Did it stop slow?
No, it goes fast because it goes. It actually goes fast. It breaks down to the it goes actually faster.
Right.
Which is better.
Yeah.
Always better when you go faster. That's what I say. So I love Another Life. Awesome track.
My girlfriend disagrees.
Yeah. What about Another Life?
No, about better when you go faster.
Yeah.
What? Stopped already?
Another deep cut from Killers, which has my favourite screamer Pordiano of all time, and that's Innocent Exile.
Okay.
Last track on side 1, and that's the one that starts with the bass intro.
That's completely not getting
about someone just being wrongly accused and getting thrown into jail, basically. I'm trying to so I can get to the chorus or something. Bear with us. My world seems so empty.
I was going to sing. I'll start singing Another Life again.
Promise I'll be there. No, nothing yet.
Yeah, slightly, but yeah, I'm bloody useless at remembering things. I can't believe how bad I remember because I used to fucking play them on rotate almost. You know what I mean?
I'm crap with lyrics as well. I'm no good at remembering lyrics. I've been hearing this song since I was 8, and I still can't get the lyrics in my head. You know.
I was a bit late. I was about 15 when I started listening.
No, I was a bit late like that actually. Probably. Well, I did mention Summer in Time was out. Right. That was the album that was out when I got into You Were a Seventh Son around when
Yeah. Well, well, before Seven was out, Seven Son was the first album that I bought when it just came out.
Yeah, because it was dominant, wasn't it? 88,
yeah, that's right. I went with my first gig.
Nowhere to go. There's not really. I love it, but there's not really any obvious sort of melodies or hooks that I can sing to you, you know. But I love it, and the scream at the end, Lord, I'm coming. Just loving his exile for that scream alone is why it's so high. But no, I love that song. So that's the top 10 now. So that was number 10. So we're in our top 10.
That was number 11, wasn't it? Or was it number 10?
No, that was number 10.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, so we're getting there.
Right.
So I got this one quite high because back in the day when I was a young metalhead, this would have been the skip track.
Right.
Because it's a ballad.
Yeah.
But I now love it. I absolutely love this ballad. And it's Strange World.
Strange World. I was trying to remember the fucking name. I used to love this as well back in the day. It's so weird.
Yeah.
There's some really weird lyrics as well, isn't it? It's really spacey kind of, weird.
Yeah, does he? Yeah.
So drinking.
Where's he going?
Wine or something?
What's he doing?
I can't remember now.
What's the idea?
Yeah.
He wants to go somewhere else. In his dream or something.
Yeah. It's like a dream world or something. It makes me think a little bit of H.P. Lovecraft, the dream cycle of H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah.
Where there was some dream
stuff
going on.
Which Harris would have been really into that kind of stuff. So.
Well, you look at fucking Alive After. No, is it Number of the Beast Alive After Death? It's H.P. Lovecraft quotes on the gravestone.
Right. Yeah.
So.
But I mean, Paul Di'Anno's can really sing a ballad. And the funny thing with Iron Maiden, until I think recent albums, they've never really done a ballad again, a straight ballad really. Like Children of the Damned's ballad-ish, it goes heavy doesn't it? But I love the guitar solo is absolutely beautiful on it. I love the guitar solo on it, and it's just a really good ballad song. I absolutely love it now.
Powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know, evocative or something. You just I remember listening to the fucking lyrics and they really kind of try and work out what it was about, you know, when I was younger, and it's like a weird kind of poetry, isn't it? It's kind of weird, surreal kind of poetry, I suppose. But I really used to dig that song back in the day.
Yeah. Right, we gone to number 8. First heard of Metal from Others. There's a version of that, which again is not as good.
Alright.
But it's still good.
Right, but as good as the other version.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, them Metal from Others versions are good actually. But it's Rothschild.
Oh, yeah.
Opener to Killers.
Rothschild.
Rothschild.
Well, it's still
really catchy
still played to this day, isn't it?
It's another one they still whip out on occasions, you know.
I thought they were still playing quite often, actually. I mean, I hearing it as an encore or something like that.
Yeah.
That was good. It was a long time ago since I went to. Last time I went to see Iron Maiden, I got absolutely fucking wankered. Fell asleep in the foyer. Woke up for the encore, but luckily the encore was about 6 songs. I think I know Run to the Hills was in there, but it was cool.
Yeah, Rothschild's a fucking killer song.
And I think Di'Anno used to play with all his bands, didn't he? Even after
Di'Anno's vocals and that are just love his powerful vocals, rough vocal, kind of aggressive. Because the song lends itself well to aggressive lyric. Wanting to fucking find your old man and basically, I don't know what he wants to do, but maybe kill him or something.
But he
pissed off with him.
He doesn't know himself. He was abandoned when he was in the band. So. When that kind of, I've never actually, fortunately, fingers crossed, never had that happen to me where you're abandoned by your parent. That must be so fucking.
Yeah, I never that really I don't think it's not a Paul Diano lyrics. I don't know what happened to Harris. But yeah,
maybe just working, with the idea of the thing or something. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But that was written years ago. Like that was written pre Paul Diano rough draft. Actually, it's a really old one. Right. Number 7, and this was first heard on the Soundhouse tapes. And it's one of the better songs in Soundhouse tapes, but the original is just fucking the bollocks. And this is the one I mentioned that the old singer claimed he wrote it. This is Prowler, of the first song of the Dayber album, fucking killer tune. So what have I got that at? Number 7. I can't believe I got that low down in a funny way, but Prowler, just... I don't know, the guitar intro.
I was fucking singing this the other day, Prowler, and I can't fucking remember the lyrics at all now.
Walking through the city,
looking all so pretty, I just got to find my way.
It's very streetwise. It's very punky first. It's not the sort of lyrics they would write nowadays. Like even a short while after, it's very streetwise energy, kind of sort of about real life. It's kind of. It's just
it was like basically praying outside, sitting outside their windows and he's bushes.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I suppose it's just like
song.
Yeah, it's sort of. I just like imaginary sort of.
But I love women. Iron Maiden. They were like. I remember someone saying they weren't into drugs; they were just into pulling women.
Right.
When they were young,
Well,
but that's what you do when you're young, isn't it?
If you can.
Yeah. Crap with girls, I was.
Yeah, same.
I was just too shy.
Yeah, exactly.
Still am crap with girls, still too
exactly.
shy. But enough of my personal life.
The only thing I pulled was my own dick.
That's easy to pull, isn't it? You right there, mate?
Yeah.
You want to go out for a pint?
Beer. Yeah.
No, we'll just crack on, won't we?
Yeah. Anyway,
let's proud of the music.
Yeah.
Great, isn't it? Just a great song. I just fucking love it.
And the guitar tone on the 2 first albums as well is just so sort of different from anything after. I think. I mean, I don't know if it's
definitely the first album because the production, I think, was the right production at the time. It's very raw.
Well, I think it's great. That rawness is really good. I like that raw kind of. I don't know how you.
No, I love it.
Differentiate how you can describe it, but it just sounds. It's got more life to it. That sort of, that horrible.
It's honest, sort of raw sounding. I know the band aren't happy with it because they would have had Martin Birch at the time if they knew they could get him.
Right.
If you know what I mean, but.
I like the fucking.
I know, I love the raw funk. That's another thing about all these. I'm saying that there's different versions on other albums or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all slower.
Right.
So the first album speeds things up, and I think it just makes them a bit more exciting.
Well, I think it's it's the speed that kind of gets you into the metal for me anyway. I always like fast. They sound a bit fast, you know what I mean? A bit of energy, get you fucking moving.
Exactly, Then you discover things like Doom and then you like the heaviness kind of thing. But the first album, the songs are like really, they're recorded really fast and they sound faster. So Proud It is awesome. Number 6. I love this song off the Killers, Murders in a Rue Morgue.
Oh yeah.
Love Murders in a Rue Morgue.
Based on the Edgar Allan Poe story.
Yeah, you'll know more about that story than me, I guess.
Yeah, probably. I've read it.
Someone basically accused of the crime of the murder.
But it wasn't.
He goes on the run or something.
There's an ape that does it. In the story of Murders in the Rue Morgue, a gorilla or an ape is like trained to kill us, and it climbed into a room through a window, kills someone, climbs back out the window, but the door's locked and all that, and so it's a bit of a mystery. I can't remember. It's a long time since I fucking read it. But I think the fucking this is old like gothic horror kind of thing from Edgar Allan Poe, 1700, 1800, something like that. I think the fucking apes hypnotised, something like that. I can't remember. It's a long time since I fucking read it now, but that was the original Murders in the Rue Morgue, and that was Poe was sort of basically created with that story the detective genre. He was the first one to make a detective kind of like and he was like, so they call him like as well as being the godfather of horror, he was also the godfather of detective genre as well. So
But I mean, the song, like the way it starts gently, like the intro, and then again the song is just fast. You know, like
they have got like a little bit of a theme of like people wrongly accused,
innocent exile.
Oh, fuck it, one we just talked about earlier. Sanctuary from the law. I think it's wrongly accused, but they were on the run from the law.
On the run for something.
And also, maybe not in the same vein, but the one where he's being executed in the morning. Hello Be Thy Name. Oh, that starts off as a sitting in his cold cell, isn't it? Waiting to die. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's if I'm overstretching that comparison, but yeah.
But again, man, there's in the room.
No, Jenna's gonna find me. Yeah,
just catchy and fast and awesome song.
Yeah, obviously set in France. The room in France. That's why it says Gendarmes. Gendarmes gonna find me. It's the French replacing.
He tries to make it, according to the song, he tries to make his way down to Italy. Is that?
All right.
Yeah. Trying to escape, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. This is the controversial song. It's absolutely.
What's number 5?
Number 5. It's a deep cut from Killers again. I absolutely fucking love this song. It's such a weird song for Iron Maiden.
But you don't think other people don't like it that much?
Not really, but it's one of them cult favourites.
Yeah.
I think it's so different to anything they've ever done.
Okay.
Because it has a folk feel to it, and that's Prodigal Son.
Okay.
I love Prodigal Son. It's like acoustic.
Right.
There's like electric guitars, but there's acoustic over it.
Okay. That's a different band, isn't it?
No, it sounds like a different band. Honestly, the drumming is like because Clive Bell was very good at doing sort of swing time sort of drumming, and it just lends to a sort of folky sort of vibe. Which Aaron was into folky stuff too.
Right.
Listen to me, Lodger, listen to what I have to say.
Oh yeah.
I got these feelings and it won't go away. There's just something about it, like the vocal melody, which I actually love from Paul Di'Anno. I'm on my knees, so help me please. Yeah. I just love it. It's a great sing along. It's just weird with the guitars. It's like Iron Maiden gone folk. and again, I'm not a huge fan or not that knowledgeable about Iron Maiden past. To be honest, Brave New World that much really. They may have done something folky since, but like we're kind of a one-off. But I actually love that song.
I know you're the same as me with the early Iron Maiden. Fucking walks all over the modern stuff, really, isn't it?
Oh, just don't interest me.
No, it don't interest me either anymore.
Like, but I'm like that with all music, so it's hard to judge in a way.
Yeah. But it's still decent, but
but when Dance of Death come out is when I started to sort of move away.
Yeah.
And then they did that bullshit thing with the A Matter of Life and Death tour when they played the whole album all the way through, and that really put me off of Maiden. That really put me off of them.
So there's got a few of the modern ones. I've got that one you just mentioned.
It's still alright.
I listened to it once, you know what I mean? I never dug it out again. Listen to it once, that's about it really.
Yeah, their latest album, what's it called? Senjista or
some kind of Japanese thing, wasn't it? Sengusku or something.
Yeah, I can't even get through
That's what I remember you saying,
I can't even get through the album.
They've gone proggy, that's what people say anyway.
Well, they've been proggy like that, but they're into slow beginnings, a song that's about 10 minutes and a slow ending with like Fear the Dark. You did get a lot of that in the 80s, but not as much. But they were still exciting songs for me.
I think there's fuck all wrong with a 4-minute song. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with a 3 or 4 minute song. You know
they still do the odd one like that, but and it's still good. Iron Maiden's still good, but like we grew up on the classic. Didn't we? We can't help ourselves.
Basically. I could just picture it now, like a young kid, like us, the age we first got into Maiden, buying getting into the new album, like the most recent album. Just imagine the voyage of discovery they've got ahead of themselves when they fucking go and start checking out the earlier stuff, and then they end up with the first 3 albums. It'd be like,
exactly.
You're mind blown.
It will. I mean, it's interesting that Iron Maiden are very much a band of now. Like I don't mean they take people's music now. I mean they're happy to record an album and play a lot of that album live.
Yeah.
They're not just relying on the past.
That's true.
But it is quite interesting that
a lot of the fans would rather listen to the old stuff.
Yeah, and they have next year they're playing their is it 50th anniversary? I guess it is. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 50th.
Fucking hell.
Mental, isn't it? And they're doing a greatest hits set. They also did a greatest hits set around 2010, the Power Slave Greatest Hits. So it says a lot that they have to feel they need to do that.
A lot of their fans
like that old stuff. Come on,
and,
let's be honest. So that's what they're doing.
When you look at their catalogue of like fucking how many albums they've had, and they've got fairly long sets when they do their gigs. Yeah. But I can imagine there's like some albums don't even get played. Nothing. I don't think they play anything. They play.
No, they do play stuff.
They do Dutch plays, isn't it?
No, that's the last with Bruce.
Right.
No, they do whip out quite a bit of Blaze. It's surprising that like I've seen them do Blaze stuff. They've done Sign of the Cross, Klansman.
There must be with the amount of time they've got, the amount of albums they've had. There must be like some albums that don't get any kind of play at all.
Killers don't get a lot of play. Yeah. Really, like they'll do Rothschild, but.
They don't do Killers though. They do Killers?
No, I remember they did it on the Seventh Son tour.
Right.
I remember they did Killers on Seventh Son, but they don't whip out a lot of Killers actually. No. But in a way, it is a bit like that album. There's a lot of great deep cuts that people don't really know that well, and I think that's what I like about the album actually. Anyway, we're on. Talking of which, we're on number 4.
Number 4, okay.
So we're talking Killers, the track.
Okay, that's your number 4, is it?
Yeah, love Killers.
Yeah. So hold on then. You've still got Iron Maiden to go. You've got. I can't think of the other track. Like, okay, well, that's all I can remember. You know, you haven't said Iron Maiden yet.
No.
I'm surprised that's high at top 3 actually.
I love the title track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right, but it's a bit repetitive.
Well, you repeat the same.
Yeah.
But Another Life does as well, but I don't care.
No.
Yeah, that's such a classic. It's so good.
It's I don't know.
I have that feeling that I have with Running Free. I think with Maiden. I'm sort of like that with Running Free. That is a little bit.
Right, you find. Yeah.
Iron Maiden, I've never been bored.
Do you know what? I think to myself, I was thinking it the other day, I think.
We should talk about this.
If it wasn't the song with their name in it, they wouldn't play it anymore. If it wasn't called Iron Maiden, they wouldn't be in the set anymore.
Possibly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I think about. Anyway, go on, number 4, was it?
Killers.
Yeah, good track.
Well, they never played that much.
No.
But I love it, that basic the intro with the
Yeah!
And a weird thing that Dave Murray does with the guitar. That's the Deano Harris song because they played that. Deano made up the lyrics when you get the VHS Live at the Rainbow. It's actually out on DVD in the early years now, but the old VHS Live at the Rainbow, they do Killers before the album comes out, and Dio is doing lyrics that are completely different. He made up the lyrics on the way to the bloody show. They had the song, but they didn't have any lyrics, so they made it up.
And they changed it before they actually recorded it.
Yeah, so obviously when they got to the album, they rewrote the lyrics. You know.
Interesting.
But yeah, great. Dave Murray does this weird. I've seen him do it live, but you know when it goes into, he's doing this. There's a weird sort of sound effect of the guitar.
Like
like a slide thing. But I love that. It gives it a kind of unique, weird sound. But yeah, Killer's just fast. It's Killer.
Yeah,
it's Killer. What can you say?
Behind you, and boys that prepare to attack.
Just the galloping and the solo, the Dave Murray solo in it is one of my favourites of Iron Maiden of all time, actually. The solo is unreal. I love it. Such a good song, isn't it? Yeah.
I can't think of the other 2 then. You've got Iron Maiden still to come up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking. It must be a really big song that I can't fucking think of.
Shall we talk about Iron Maiden, even though
is that number 3?
Yeah, it's number 3.
It's number 3, okay.
So that was first heard on the Soundhouse tapes as well.
Right.
It was originally on the
Soundhouse
Soundhouse
tapes. Yeah, basically maybe one of the early songs written, maybe.
Strange World, I forgot to mention, Strange World was originally going to be released on Soundhouse tapes. They recorded it, but they weren't happy with the production of that song. But if you get Best of the Beast, it's on that.
Right.
And obviously YouTube. But to me, the original Strange World just sounds as shitty as the rest of the song in Soundhouse tapes. It's no worse or better than. So it's kind of weird that they didn't release it. But what happened with Soundhouse tapes is they just recorded the basic rhythm tracks pretty much and a few solos, and they were going to go back the next day and put overdubs on it.
Right.
But because it was New Year's Day and they couldn't afford it. They wiped the tapes off. The people that were working at the place wiped the tapes. So the Soundhouse tapes is really just the basic tracks.
Yeah.
So they were
no fucking bells and whistles.
Yeah, no bells and whistles at all. Like so.
Yeah, really rough.
Yeah. But yeah, Iron Maiden, like, yeah, just again, quite strange lyrics actually. I've never quite understood what the lyrics are about, but
I just thought it was about the Iron Maiden torture device.
yeah, but it doesn't really mention it. Like,
there's also like, God, I remember the fucking lyrics now.
Once you come into my room, I want to show you all my wares.
Yeah, I just imagine a torture chamber.
Yeah, I guess so.
Chamber, and wares are all these torture devices.
Yeah, maybe he's in the basement.
I want to see your blood. I want to see
there. See the blood begin to. Yeah, maybe like.
That's the Iron Maiden. They put it in the Iron Maiden. They make the spikes go inwards.
Yeah, it's a real torture device.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it could be.
Iron Maiden can't be cool. Yeah, can't be salt.
Yeah, I know.
That's another weird lyric, isn't it?
That feels like they just thought, fucking, what rhymes with cool?
Yeah.
Schultz.
Again, proto-thrash.
Yeah.
It's fast again, and it's like proto-thrash.
Iron Maiden can't be taught.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden can't be fought. That would be better. Let's go back in time and tell them, no, not Iron Maiden can't be sought. Iron Maiden can't be fought. There you go.
Yeah, it's quite a weird lyric. And they couldn't think of any other lyrics, so they just did that again. But again, like that, like the opening twin guitar, it's awesome. And then it breaks down and they do it again, and I just love it. And the crazy ending at the end. Ow.
Just come into my room. Want to show you all my wares.
Yeah, I love Iron Maiden. and of course it's a song they've had to play every show.
It's a classic as well. So I think it gets a good pop line, doesn't it? You know what I mean? It's their fucking signature song.
It's a exciting song to have at a concert as well, isn't it? You know.
So you've got two more. I can't fucking think of the life of me. What one of the albums? I can't remember fucking names of half the songs nowadays.
Right, number two. Number two, Deano Harris writer again. So Deano probably wrote the lyrics, and they're great lyrics. So it's Remember Tomorrow.
Ah, yeah.
Love the again like ballady but heavy as well. Yeah. So yeah, I love Remember Tomorrow. Unchain the colours. Never quite understood the lyrics of that one. It's kind of nice, a strange one. It's
sorrows,
weird lyrics.
Tomorrow's white lies. Yeah, it's fucking nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah. Out in the horizon.
He was out on fucking Monster Flats. He was out on Monster Flats smoking smoking a blunt and going.
The light of the sky. I know, great strange.
Yeah.
And then that breakdown.
It's got some good fucking powerful emotion, isn't it? It's good sort of even if it makes no fucking sense, it's still cool to sing along to. Yeah.
But even the lyrics are kind of really well written, even if like
put it this way, it's no Iron Maiden can't be sought.
Yeah. Just like the beautiful ballady part, the heavy part. It's just there's so much going on in the song. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah, it's a good
one. Screams at the end by Deano.
He did good screams.
And the guitar. There's like answering guitars to his scream as well, which I quite like.
Is that one who goes down? Yeah, that one. Yeah, something like that. I need to listen to him all again.
I made a lover sort of crash ending. Have you thought of the two fade out tracks? Because Iron Maiden were into ending their songs properly.
Yeah, proper endings. Yeah. What you said, one was in Evil That Men Do.
No.
It's not Can I Play With Man, is it?
No.
Trying to think of the ones on that.
The other one's in Summer in Time, by the way.
Oh, Harry from Matt. Long list as well now. Fuck it now. Go on.
Right, the one on Seventh Son is Prophecy. Because remember Prophecy ends with that folky guitar. The song ends and then it fades out with that folky. Reminds me of Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath actually. It fades out with that folky kind of guitar.
So that was the first Iron Maiden album that I bought, and even when I first bought it, it's not as good as the other ones. You know what I mean? And I was excited because it was the first Iron Maiden. Just bought out a new album. It was the first one that I was able to buy when it first came out. But the songs weren't as good. Yeah, the songs weren't as good as the other stuff.
So the one on Summer in Time is a genuine song fade out actually. It's Stranger in a Strange Land.
Okay.
Yeah, that fades out.
Alright.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the fucking...
Stranger in a Strange Land, land of ice and snow. He just keeps singing that and it fades out with the chorus.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder why they did that.
Yeah, because, I don't know, because like you say, they like to end their songs properly, don't they?
Yeah. That is unusual.
Right. Especially in those days when a lot of people faded out songs. It's not really a thing so much nowadays, but
it's kind of a it's a silly thing to do, really. You've got to play them songs live. You don't want to be, you know what I mean?
It makes it difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes sense to have an ending to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes it difficult to, and maybe that was the thinking, you know, if we're going to play this live, you know.
Maybe it was something with that song, they wanted it to sound like it was fading out because, I don't know, the strangers moving on or something. Or it's,
maybe.
I don't know, maybe it was some kind of...
It was a single.
You would think about it. You think we've not fucking faded out any of our other songs.
No, just
in 5 albums or whatever. Let's just fade this one out.
And literally, it was none of the albums faded out any single song. The other was Women in Uniform. So like none of the other songs faded, which I really find a surprising statistic. Yeah. But there you go.
It's true. If you think why did they do it that one time, then it's very odd.
Yeah. You want to know my number one Iron Maiden song?
No, I can't think of any ones we haven't played yet. Is it on Killers?
No.
It's on Iron Maiden, isn't it?
I've gone through all the Killers.
I can't fucking remember, mate. I can't remember. I used to fucking give me. How old am I now? I don't know.
Can you guess it?
20, 30 years ago, I would have been able to fucking name every single song in order on fucking.
I could probably still do that. For ages, I could.
Yeah, no, I can't remember.
I don't know in order. I might struggle in order, but but I could probably do that.
Side A, is it side A?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I can't remember what it starts with, to be honest. I can't remember what the fucking first song is. The first song
it's the fourth song on side A.
It's the last one on side A. I listened to it fucking last week.
Yeah, it is. It is. Last song on side A.
I can't fucking think. Is it one they play live a lot still or not?
They've brought it back a few times. Right. They have brought it back a few times, but not tremendously. And it is the best Iron Maiden. It is one of my favourite Iron Maiden songs, period.
Okay.
And you kind of mentioned it earlier. It's Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
The Lucas Aid.
Oh, fuck yeah. And that's not even got a singer on, is it? Has it got a singer on it? I can't remember. That's
how long it is.
It's got a big long fucking instrumental started off with though, isn't
it? Again, it's like proto-thrash drumming. Yeah, it stops and then he does his vocals bit. Based obviously on Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, that's right.
But what I love about it is it does break. It's a long song. It's about 7 minutes odd, and it breaks down. See, I love Iron Maiden long songs. A lot of my favourite songs are long, but they're not like stupid.
Long as they're not boringly long.
Yeah.
As long as they've got stuff going on. Yeah.
Because it goes into the instrumental part.
Yeah.
But the instrumental parts are really interesting, and they keep chopping and changing. Like keep your distance, walk away, don't make it bang. You know that straight. And even the melodic vocals are kind of unique for Iron Maiden because you don't hear that often.
Yeah.
Dennis Stratton, who was recording with the band at the time, he wasn't really into metal. He was more of a hard rock guy.
I see him doing bluesy stuff that are playing.
That's why he left the band actually.
But God, he made a bad decision, didn't he?
No, he's happy because he had different musical tastes. He just wasn't really into
heavy money. Think of the money. Think of the money he's missed out on.
I guess so, but he might get royalties.
Yeah, sure that's the first album. Yeah.
No, maybe not because he don't have any writing credits.
Maybe.
You only get royalties for writing credits. You know? Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So
you don't get you must get something for being the person who recorded.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd think so. You wouldn't have been paid for recording it, would he? He was been part of the band, so surely his input must be fucking credited or remunerated in some fashion. You'd hope, wouldn't you? Yeah. Imagine the music world is such a fucking cutthroat business, though. There's no kind of
always has been.
There's no kind of hard and set rules, is there, for shit? Is there?
Yeah, I guess. So, he recorded a load of vocal backing tracks, but the management was saying, it sounds too much like Queen, so you have to try it. But it's still in there, don't you stray, as the sort of melodic vocal, harmony vocal, which Iron Maiden didn't do that much. Yeah, and then, the guitars are cuts in, then you got... I just love the way it keeps moving into different tempos and changes. Then it goes into the goes into that bit. Before then it goes into the fast end verses. No choruses, just verses. Just absolutely love Phantom of the Opera. It's one of my favourite Maiden songs, and I voted it as my favourite in Paul Di'Anno era.
Cool.
Quickly actually, talking of royalties, Sanctuary song at the time was credited as Iron Maiden, like just Iron Maiden wrote it. Now it's credited as Murray Harrison Diano.
Right.
But an old guitarist called Rob Angelo, I think his name was, says he wrote it as well, and he has been paid money for it. Right. So it's interesting. Again, it's another one.
In some respects.
And you do wonder how many of them old members would have wrote some of them songs.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? But
well, when you think, I mean, even if it was just like. He might not have written much about it, but he was in the studio when it happened. He might have fucking done something, and it's like, well, rather than fucking go to court about it, let's just fucking give him a wad of money.
The thing is, at that time, they probably wouldn't have given a shit because the band was small, and they probably would have expected them to be this massive band.
Yeah, true.
But so there you go. I hope you enjoyed and enjoyed and agreed with my
let us know your favourites.
Yeah.
Let us know how bad you think my memory is. What's next?
Yeah.
I just about got him to do that. What was I trying to get you to do? I was trying to get you to do your favourite bands from different countries or something like that.
Oh, I'm doing that for my show.
You do that for your show.
I'm doing that for my radio show, yeah.
If we get 200 views on this video, maybe we can get him to do it.
So I made them with 2 million views, surely.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's finish this up. Yeah. Cheers for watching. Check out his show on Metal. Fucking whatever it's called.
Metal Devastation Radio. Whatever it's called.
Check out my podcast.
Monday, 7
High Speed Hangover Podcast. Bye.